Hey guys, it's HyperCoasters, and today I will be doing a park battle. Coaster Studios used to do this back in his back in the old days of his channel. So this is basically from his channel. I have no associations with him, but I love them, so I thought that I I know how to use computers, so I might as well do one. This is my first one. I will make this a series where I am doing Busch Gardens Tampa versus Busch Gardens Williamsburg. They're both excellent parks, and today we're going to find out which one is best. So let's get right into it. The only few rules are they're basically have a bunch of categories, and then at the end I will give an overall score. I give 1 point for each. No, I don't do half points or double or triple. I just do 1 point. It's easier. So let's get right into it. So first up, we have the HyperCoasters, and it's Iron Gwazi versus Apollo's Chariot. Now, Iron Gwazi does win. Since the ride will be longer, it will have inversions, and it will have more airtime. Plus, the theme of the ride will be better, and, this is supposed to be, like, a top 2 coaster in the world, probably. Apollo's Chariot, it's not awful, but it's one of the weaker B&M Hypers, so that's why Iron Gwazi gets the win. Up next, we have the dive coasters. It's Sheikra versus Griffon. Sheikra will win because it has a better theme and a better color scheme overall. I mean, I know that's, like, really the same thing. They're basically similar rides. They're both great, but I just gave it to Sheikra. Up next, we have the family launch coasters in Cheetah Hunt versus Verbolten. Although I do love Cheetah Hunt, Verbolten gets the win because it does have a drop track in the middle of it, and it has way better theming. Cheetah Hunt has good theming, but, like, not as the theming throughout the ride is the animals, which is cool, but they're kind of hard to see sometimes, so, yeah. Up next, we have our B&M inverts, and it's Montu versus Alpine, guys. We have Montu winning this one for having a better layout, as well as being kind of getting close to the, savannah with the animals, so. Plus, on that top of the lift hill, great view. Now, we've got the Skyrocket 2s. It's Tigris versus Tempesto. They are both clones, therefore they will be both getting 1 point. Yeah. Up next, we have our Kiddie coasters, and it's Air Grover versus Grover's Alpine Express. These are also both clones. However, I'm giving it to Alpine Express, and the only reason is because it is more themed. So, it's going at BGT. It's kind of just plain. So, yeah. So, now we got the extra credits at the parks that don't really match up with the other ones. Busch Gardens, Tampa, and Williamsburg have many similarities, but they also have some differences. So, the extra coasters for Busch Gardens, Tampa, there are 4, so we'll be getting 4 points. Sand Serpent, an awful, the world's worst coaster I've ever been on. And, I'm giving it a full point because that's how I do it. Kumba, classic B&M, sorry about that. You got Scorpion, which is a classic Schwarzkopf, and then Cobra's Curse, family spin coaster. And then the extra coasters for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. You got Pantheon, which is going to be this Antiman launch coaster. Looks to be great. Invader, I don't even know if that's an image, so sorry about that. But Invader is the park's GCI family coaster. And Loch Ness Monster, classic interlocking aerodynamics coaster. Now for the thrill and family rides, I'm giving this to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Normally I'd separate it, but I was kind of running a little low on time, so Busch Gardens Williamsburg wins since it has more family-oriented rides, while BGT only has a few. If it was just thrill rides, Busch Gardens Williamsburg would still win, and for family rides too. However, Busch Gardens Tampa, they got, Falcon's Fury, which is great. And then outside that, they got, a looping pirates ship, a carousel, bumper cars, and some other stuff. It's kind of mediocre. So, yeah. Now, for our kiddie areas, Busch Gardens Tampa wins for having a big, interactive playhouse or, a playground. And overall, it's more themed. They're both well-themed, but, this definitely has, I think, a few more rides, so, yeah. Now, for animals, animals are a big factor of Busch Gardens and, the SeaWorld chain. They have a mix of, that's what they do. They bring, zoos and theme parks together. Sorry about that again. And this winner is Busch Gardens Tampa, and the only reason they ran for having a huge savanna of, African safari animals. And plus, they have a bunch of other animals outside the safari. They have, crocodiles, tigers. It's really great. Busch Gardens Williamsburg, they have some animals, but not as much. So, yeah. Now, the park look and the cleanliness. They're both really well themed. However, Busch Gardens wins because, Golden Ticket Awards has voted them multiple times for being the cleanest park in the world, and they also have more landscaping and some more theming. Both great, but, Busch Gardens Williamsburg definitely wins. I personally prefer the theming of Busch Gardens Tampa, but, it's just how it goes. Now, the operating seasons, Busch Gardens Tampa will win for operating 365 days a year, while Busch Gardens Williamsburg does close for a few months during the winter. They can't really do anything about that cold weather, but still, Busch Gardens Tampa gets the win. Now, the prices are a little different. Busch Gardens Tampa, it's $85.99 online for a day ticket and $110 at the gate. While Busch Gardens Williamsburg, it's $76 online, and then it's $101 at the gate. Now, Busch Gardens Williamsburg does win for being $10 cheaper overall. I didn't get into, the season passes and all that stuff. Now, the location, it's kind of hard to say. I was considering to give a point to both, but I realized I already did that for a few, so. I said Busch Gardens Tampa because it is closer to a big city compared to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is more in, a tourist destination with Williamsburg and all this history. And it is close to Richmond. However, Busch Gardens Tampa is in Tampa, so it is in a city, and it is also very close to Orlando. However, if Orlando wasn't there, or Tampa even, Busch Gardens Williamsburg would have won for even being close to Baltimore and DC. Oh, so that's it. The overall winner is Busch Gardens Tampa, and I know it's kind of a surprise, and I don't know if you were expecting this or not, but I did. The final score was 12-9, so they won by 3 points. Busch Gardens Tampa is a great park, so congratulations for winning. Busch Gardens Williamsburg, not a bad park at all. You should definitely check it out at some point, but Busch Gardens Tampa just has a few better coasters, and they really knock with the animals in the location too. So that's pretty much it for the park review. Park battle. I just want to check my time here. Okay, not bad. So this is my first one. I use Google Slides, so I'm probably gonna try to figure out how to use PowerPoint, because that's fun. So, please give me suggestions in the comment section below if you want me to do some others. Just don't give me suggestions something stupid, say, Michigan's Adventure versus Cedar Point. Don't try to give me balanced ones. Let's hope this video gets 5 likes, and then, maybe I'll continue working on it. So please click like, subscribe, comment down in the section below. I will definitely make more of these. If you have any other suggestions for the channel, just let me know in the comment section. So thanks for watching. Bye. And it's still going. Bye.